All right, well, here it is a Monday. It's not starting off very well for me. I mean, it's just like, those Mondays you get up in the morning and you just can't, you keep dropping this, you drop that, and I got to put my seatbelt on, see, it's another thing. Got to put my seatbelt on like an idiot. Yeah, it just kills me. Some Mondays kicked out. I woke up great, and then it just kind of went downhill from there. So now I'm on my way to get some coffee, even though my wife made coffee and it's fine, but she's got me hooked on this fancy coffee. So I usually go up and get her coffee myself, come back to the house, drop it off for her, and then I go to work. But I just getting going myself, and she's like, I already made a pot of coffee, so I don't want anything, so I'm just gonna go grab mine and head to work. But so I was on I've had a TikTok channel, or not a channel, but I had the app, and there's some good videos on there and stuff, and but then there's those ones where these girls are doing what the hell is that shit? I mean, that's got to be the dumbest thing ever. And then there's one that goes, look at the blue light, look at that. They're doing all this lip smacking, and what do they think that? Do they think that's? I don't get it. I have no idea why anybody would do that, or would follow that, or think that's interesting. There's one that looks like she's jerking off a microphone. I just, someone's got to explain to me the rationale behind that. I mean, these kids making a crap ton of money, doing this sort of thing, or I don't know. I mean, it's the dumbest thing ever. I don't know. I mean, so I've been on Rumble and YouTube for years, and but this whole TikTok thing is, other than periodically looking at some videos that my friends have said, hey, check this out, this is bizarre or something, never really got on there. So I got on there last night thinking, well, I'll throw some videos on there just to see what kind of response what I get. I got some pretty good responses from what I would say would be normal people. So I was kind of surprised. I thought TikTok would be full of, Karens and blue hairs and idiots. Well, there's a lot of idiots on there, but they're much younger, and they're doing that. I mean, this stupid, pardon my language, stupid shit. It's sticking their mouth up there and making weird suck noises and slurpy sounds, and I mean, it's just like, why don't you dress up like a dog and a cat? Just really add to the nonsense. I mean, it's just the dumbest thing. Or show yourself eating out of a dog bowl. I mean, that's how dumb and ludicrous that is. Oh, I'm going to spend 5 minutes doing this. Look at the fingers. Look at the middle finger. Look at the index finger. See the light? Or follow the camera, and I got a stapler. Click. Follow the light. I got a stapler. I mean, oh gosh, it was just so dumb. Anyway, so we have to see how today goes. Hopefully there'll be some. I haven't followed up on the big, beautiful bill. I know they were not doing any filibustering, but they were, reading the bill, over the weekend, and so I don't know what's happened there. But like I said, I'm just getting started. I'm grumpy. It seemed like everything I touched today fell out of my hand. Obviously I don't shave, but I do trim it up a little bit. That fell out of my hand. I broke my toothbrush. Can you believe that? A brand new toothbrush. I probably only had it, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. And I always dry it off when I'm done. I never put a wet toothbrush away. And so I rinse it off really good, dry it, tap it, so there's no standing water in there, on the bristles and stuff, clean it up pretty good. And then I put it away. And it just doesn't make sense, brushing your teeth, rinsing it off, and sticking a wet toothbrush in your cabinet. or in your toothbrush holder. So that water sits there and festers all day, in my head. So yeah, so I always dry it off. So anyway, I don't know. I said it yesterday. I'm really disappointed in the big beautiful bill. I think we're getting screwed once again. And I've let Trump know, and I've let Trump's administration know that I'm not happy. This is not what we agreed to. You know, I understand. You know, you got Congress, and you have to make concessions and kiss ass and blah, blah, blah. But this goes right back to my point where I talk about this is why we have to have term limits. It's not a question of should we or could we or let's think about it. No, this is exactly why we have to have term limits. We have term limits for the President of the United States, and there's a reason for that, because we don't want a king, right? You hear the left talk, oh, we don't want a king. Well, we need term limits because we have guys running around thinking they're kings in the House and the Senate. You know, you can't get shit done for your constituents if you got to deal with Chuck Schumer. Because you know what? If you're not polishing his knob, he's not going to see to it that your legislation gets to the floor for a vote. That's how they play that game. You know, you scratch my back or pardon my language, or I'm fucking you over. And you want to be on a certain committee? Well, you got to polish my knob, or I'll get you on that committee. When people say swamp, it's truly a swamp. Don't forget the two interns that were having sex in the Senate hearing room. You know, the two gay guys. Don't forget that. There's all kinds of there's all kinds of sick shit going on in D.C. We only know this much of it. So anyway, for my other channels, please like and subscribe. Give me a thumbs up. I'll make another video after I have some coffee, and leave a comment. Always leave a comment. So I'll see you on the next one.